Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to do a get ready with me featuring the new ColourPop Animal Crossing collection. So I did purchase the full collection when it launched. I was fortunate enough to be able to grab what I wanted. And I am an Animal Crossing fan, otherwise I don't know why you would purchase the full collection, but I think I first bought the game in like April, so a little bit after most people had purchased it and started playing. I'm still playing it fairly consistently. Maybe not as much as I was when I first started out because I've hit a lot of the milestones of like getting a 5-star island and having gold roses and that sort of thing. Like my white will now is to breed blue roses, which is, you know, an ordeal. So I'm currently working on that. But I thought it would be fun to play with this collection. I know there've already been a lot of reviews and PR type videos and all that, so I don't know that this is going to be anything new, but I thought it would just be fun to play with. So I thought it would be fun to use the items that are reflective of my island. So using the native fruit and the flower, I thought would be fun. And then I actually, when I opened up Animal Crossing this morning, saw that I am supposed to have shooting stars. So maybe I will use the Celeste little eyeshadow quad. So they did a really cute job with the box. I don't know if this is just for the Animal Crossing products or if they're sending them out to anyone who orders from ColourPop. But it says, from Tom Nook, I had these made especially for island residents. So that's really cute. I kind of wish they had done a little bit more if you're buying the full collection in terms of like a collectible box. I might hold on to this box, I might not, so we'll see. So they have that little card in there that says thanks a latte. And if you did buy the full collection, the perk you got was this little sheet of stickers, which it would have been nice if they'd done maybe like a makeup bag or just some kind of special little box that was a little bit more collectible, that sort of thing, but it is cute. The one thing I wish they had done, I'll try and zoom you guys in there. So the one thing I wish they had done was to have like the ColourPop logo be incorporated into some of the other, you know, residents or the Animal Crossing, like just something that was a little bit more tied together, because otherwise you just have this little ColourPop sticker, so there's nothing that's like specific to this collection and these other stickers, if that makes sense. Okay, but I did like the stickers, they're cute. Okay, so I got the little eyeshadow group here. So you can, or at least you could, and eventually if they restock, purchase the palettes separately. So I'm not sure how they are packaged if they do come separately, but I guess if you get all four, either as part of the full collection or I think you can just get the pack of 4 together. They did have a lot of like combinations of products, but as far as I could tell, it was really just the individual price of each item added up. Like even this full collection, I think it's just, you know, if you purchase the lip tint, like the specific lip tint duo, you don't get a discount when it's part of the bigger collection, if that makes sense. So anyway, I do like this. I mean, for having these palettes be kind of on the smaller side, they're just little quads. I think it's cute to kind of keep them together like this. So we have La Belle of the Ball, which I think was one of the first ones to sell out, the purple duo. And I do like that they included the characters on the inside of the packaging as well. So they did a really good job kind of incorporating Animal Crossing elements. Alright, so that was the little purple one. The Nook ink is the mint green. And I think all of these have a pressed glitter shade, which I'm not totally crazy about, but it is what it is. The next one is 5-Star Island, which is like the Isabelle quad. Originally I was thinking I would use this one for the video, but I think I'm actually going to use this one, What a Hoot. So I think Celeste might be one of my favorite characters, especially since she doesn't come around all that often. Okay, so I think that's the eyeshadow quad I'm going to use. And then the Billionaire, which is really cute. I don't know if I'm going to be using this actually. I like the look of it, and the star on the top and everything is really cute, but I am pretty sure this does not, yeah, it says for body use only. So, you know, it depends on your tolerance for glitter, I guess. And then this one is super cute. This is the little balloon pop Super Shock shadow. And I like that they have the ColourPop by Animal Crossing around the edges. As you can see, mine's a bit broken up inside. But I do like that the collectible nature of this product is in the packaging. The actual product, you're not going to mess up any kind of special design for the most part when you use them. A slight exception could be the blushes. So there's the Flower Power Pressed Powder Blushes, and I think these Cosmo Flowers is the name of them. So yeah, this one has an imprint, but it's not anything like super exciting or unique. I did think it was interesting because I'm not sure if for Windflowers, which is the native flower to my island, I couldn't remember if their orange flowers are like the seeds or if you have to breed them. I can't remember. And to be honest, it's not my favorite flower of all of them, but it's what is on my island. So this is a more like corally pink type blush. So we'll be using this one. And then finally we have the Just a Tint lip duos. So this one is called Fruit Basket, and it has apples and cherries, and apples are my native fruit, so I'll be using those. We also have the Pick of the Bunch with pears and coconuts, and the Peach and Orange duo. So I think they did a good job with these as well. I should mention as well that everything came very securely wrapped individually. I just removed all the bubble wrap. And on the topic of the Just a Tints, I am glad that they changed the scent to the fruit, to reflect the fruit that it was supposed to represent, because I am not a huge fan of the scent of the original, which I think the Dupe That video that I watched, I forget her name, but I think she mentioned not liking the original scent as well. So they are a little different in size, as you can see. It looks like, yeah, they're also less product. So this one you get 1.25 grams, and this one you get 2.10 grams. So I guess roughly half the size, give or take. And this is the City of Stars. Yeah, it just has a real like artificial fruity type scent to it that I'm not a huge fan of. Now that I say that, oh, I pulled out the cherry one. Let's see what this smells like. Okay, yeah, it has that kind of like green apple candy type smell to it, so I can deal with that. So before I get started, I did want to mention that I have my base makeup applied for the most part. So I have foundation, concealer, brows, contour, bronzer. I think that's it. A little bit of powder under the eyes and that sort of thing. So I don't think this foundation is the best that I've ever used, but I am trying out this Essence Pretty Natural hydrating foundation. So it's a day of trying new kind of drugstore items. So if you are curious what my thoughts are about this product, make sure to stay tuned for that. Okay, so I don't have any eye primer on. I try to wait if I can, because otherwise it tends to crease a little bit. I'm using the Jason Woo Prime Eye in the shade Light. Yeah. All right, so let's zoom you guys in. So I do have a review up on my channel of Jason Woo's makeup line that launched, I think, mid-January. So if you're curious, I've been enjoying this eye primer a lot though. It helps to cancel out like the veins and discoloration on my lids without being too drying. It's not too emollient. It's a nice kind of middle ground. They do have a pure white. So if you want, you know, something that's really gonna make your eyeshadows pop, that's an option. All right, so going in with the What a Hoot eyeshadow palette. Okay, so there isn't a good like primer setting type shade. I'll go back in with my powder here just to make sure everything is set and it'll blend. All right, so I'm gonna take off the protective film on the mirror. They all do have the little plastic insert as well. So this is gonna be a fairly bronzy look. I'm gonna go in with Celestial, which is this one here, as a transition, and I'm using the MAC 286. I probably could have gone in with this all over the lid. It looks like there's some faint kind of micro sparkle in these, or in this shade. But it's not quite as dark as I thought it would be. All right, so the same brush, I'm gonna go in with Who, which is the dark brown. I think that blended pretty well for dark matte. Okay, I think that's even enough. So I'm gonna go in with this Spectrum B07 brush. And I'm gonna go back into Celestial and just kind of make sure everything is nice and blended. I would have been pretty happy, to be honest, if they had not used a pressed glitter and they just used like a matte cream shade. But I think that looks okay. All right, so I'm going to use my Rephr number 23 brush, which is a super tiny little pencil brush, and go into Celestial again. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Chikuhodo GSN 9, which is a natural hair, what do you call these? Shader brush, I guess. So it's a dry brush, so we'll see how this does. And just going in, focusing, okay, wow. That is pretty impressive, I have to say, for a metallic formula on a dry brush. So if you guys play Animal Crossing, have you made it so your character, I guess, is kind of a reflection of you in terms of your kind of eye color and everything, or did you just create like a random little person? I guess same with the name. Like I just used my name and my kind of hair coloring and all that. So I can live vicariously, I guess. Pretend I'm on an island. Okay, so there is some fallout. But yeah, definitely has a punch. I feel like my white balance always freaks out. So I think I want to see how this little Super Shock shadow applies over it. So I might have to kind of like press this down. Okay, so the good thing about that type of formula is that it's pretty easy to fix if something does happen. So I'm just gonna take what is on my ring finger and see. Okay, that definitely gives it some more dimension. I think that's really pretty, actually. All right, just kind of dabbing it a little bit. I think this is a collection that I will keep the packaging for. Normally I try not to, but the whole point is the collector factor, right? Okay, so using the Flower Tender blush, again, get rid of the insert and the mirror cover. Okay, so using the Rephr number 5 brush, and see how kind of pigmented this is. I'm trying to like sweep away some of that fallout. I think this is a pretty color though. Okay, so I think that's everything aside from the lips. So I'm going to do eyeliner and mascara, maybe some highlighter, and then I will be back for the lip color. Okay, so that is it for mascara and liner. I did want to mention, I also put on some highlighter, but I did want to mention that I used some of this Who shade, which is the matte brown. I first went in with the Wander Beauty. I never find anything on my desk. Okay, so I first went in with the Wander Beauty eyeliner, gel eyeliner in the shade Bronzed Brown, which wasn't showing up as much as I wanted it to because of the texture of the glitter and everything. It just doesn't adhere as well. So I went over that with the matte brown with a little angled brush like this. Just kind of like stamped it along. So the eyeliner helped the shadow stick to the eyes, and then this helped the eyeliner actually show up. So that worked out, I think, pretty well. All right, so last thing here is just the little Apple Just a Tint. And I don't have anything on my lips. This might be a little bit too pink for the rest of the look, but I like the texture of these. So it does feel nice and comfortable, but you do get a lot of, I think, color payoff. All right, so I think we can zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so that is the makeup look. So I just use like the auto white balance and ISO and everything. I've been having some issues kind of figuring out the right levels, especially like right now it's still daylight out, so but anyway, I just wanted to play around with some makeup and let you guys know what I thought. I think my favorite products, the ones that I might reach for again, are the Just a Tints. So these feel really nice and comfortable. Obviously the pink doesn't maybe go so well with the eye, but you know. The blushes are really nice as well. And I also really like this Super Shock shadow. So I think that's really cute. And the Glitterly Obsessed, I really just bought this for like the collector value, and the packaging is really cute. The eyeshadow quads I like, but I guess my preference is just to be able to reach for one palette and be done and not have to kind of pull in other shades, and those have like very specific color stories and options to them, so I don't know how much wear I'll get out of them in the long term, but I'm glad to have them as part of my collection. They're really cute. So I think my meteor shower should be starting in a couple hours here, so I'm very excited to take advantage of that. But let me know if you guys like this collection from ColourPop, if you play Animal Crossing, or if you're just totally not interested at all. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And I hope you guys are all staying very safe and healthy out there, and I will talk to you very soon.